Milwaukee just dropped 4 new PACKOUT attachments, and they look a lot more refined than the older ones. So I tested the newest ones that I could actually get my hands on. And one of these feels like an easy recommendation. One only makes sense for a very specific person. Now, Milwaukee already had attachments for the outside of their rolling toolboxes, so this isn't some brand new concept. But these newest ones here make the system feel like it's evolving. So they're slimmer, they sit tighter to the box, and all 3 of these ones here have a hidden bonus feature. So the question today is simple. Are these new attachments actually worth buying? Or is Milwaukee just trying to add more red plastic to the outside of your box? And be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video, because if you have the rolling drawer like I do, there's a juicy little extra in here that I didn't expect when I upgraded from the rolling toolbox to the rolling drawer. Let's go. So today I'm testing the newest PACKOUT rolling toolbox attachments that I have on hand. And then I'll do a quick speed ranking against all of the other PACKOUT rolling toolbox attachments that they already have. And we're gonna keep the ranking brutally simple. An attachment will either be a smart buy, a situational purchase, or a straight up skip. First up is the 2-bin attachment, and this is probably the easiest one to understand. This is for the stuff that usually ends up in your pocket, on top of the box, or scattered across the shop floor. But the part that makes this more interesting isn't actually inside the bins. The bonus feature on the 2-bin attachment is actually on the back. Milwaukee built in integrated divider storage, and the dividers don't just sit there loose. They have a nice tangible detent that lock them into place. And that's huge, because loose dividers are one of those little things that gets so annoying. Here, if you're making a setup adjustment in the field, they still have a home. So this isn't just 2 random cups hanging off the side of a box. You can run it wide open for bigger fasteners, split it up for smaller parts, and when you don't need the dividers, you already know where they go. And where this starts to make sense is repetitive work. If I'm mounting something, assembling something, or doing any job where I'm constantly grabbing fasteners, I don't want to open a drawer or a toolbox every single time. I want the stuff right here. The only downside for this or any of their attachments is obvious. Anything hanging off the side makes your stack wider. Now these are slimmer than some of the older attachments, which I like, but you still have to be aware of what door this cart needs to fit through before you fully load it. So for most guys or gals that actually work out of their PACKOUT, this 2-bin attachment here is an absolute smart buy. It's simple, it's slim, and that click-in divider storage could come in clutch when it really matters. Next up in our test, we have the new magnetic bin attachment. This one may not seem as exciting until you actually use it. I honestly thought this was going to be the easiest one to dismiss, but it surprised me a little. The bonus feature is one that Milwaukee may not have intended to make, but in my initial testing, I noticed that the gap between the flared edge of the cover and where the latch closes perfectly fits almost any 1/4-inch bit shank. Now yes, you could just put the bit holder right here in the magnetized area, but if it's already slap full, if you only have one hand free, it will absolutely fit. It's also a nice home for a pencil as well. This is where I'd use it. Taking something apart, swapping hardware, changing bits, or keeping a few pieces I need right in front of me. But this is where the magnet stops being impressive. Plastic anchors, small wire nuts, basically anything non-metal, the magnet doesn't help you at all. So depending on what you're working on that day, the 2-bin attachment may be a better choice for you. So the magnetic bin attachment, I like it. I think it's clever. But I wouldn't tell everyone to buy this before the 2-bin attachment. For me, it's a situational purchase. And the next attachment we have is my personal favorite. It is the accessory case. If you're rocking a SAWZALL all day, you need this. This is either going to be one of the smartest attachments they made, or one of the easiest ones to skip. One of my favorite features of this attachment is the divider trick. It's pretty clever, because long reciprocating saw blades are awkward. They don't fit cleanly into a lot of organizers, they can chew up bags, and if you just throw them into a drawer, they turn into sharp metal spaghetti. I picked up this 7-piece all-purpose reciprocating saw blade set with 6 and 9-inch blades at Lowe's, and they all fit perfectly. But what about this 12-inch demo blade? That's where our bonus feature comes in, because Milwaukee put a hidden 12-inch blade storage clip into the back, and when attached to the cart, they designed the locking tab to protrude ever so slightly so you can access it without taking the attachment off the cart. Bless you, engineers. So the question is whether it's convenient while mounted. If you use SAWZALL blades often, this makes a lot more sense than I would have thought. But if you barely use a reciprocating saw, this one's probably not for you. especially because the accessory insert doesn't seem to be removable. So for the right user, this one's an absolute smart buy, but for everyone else, it's a situational purchase. And real quick, if this kind of testing helps you decide what's actually worth it, you should probably subscribe. Doesn't cost you a dime, and it could save you from doom scrolling the Home Depot app. So why wait? Do it now. All right, quick update. When I shot the rest of this video, the belt clip rack was still back ordered, but it showed up before I finished editing, so now we can actually test all four. This is the exact problem this attachment is supposed to fix. These are the tools that always end up sitting on top of the box, a tape measure, an impact drill, maybe even a level, which is fine until you actually need to move the stack. The belt clip rack gives anything with a belt clip an actual parking spot. The big test is whether it actually holds these tools securely while moving, and whether it gets annoying hanging off the side. And honestly, this is better than I expected. It solves a problem almost every PACKOUT user has. It's way slimmer than using the compact plate with the wall-mounted belt clip rack or the even bigger tool caddy. It works, but I'd be careful how much weight you hang off of it. I trust it more for tape measures and lighter clip tools than I do loading with heavy tools or dragging it to a job site. The toolbox caddy already has a belt clip rack, but it is not slim. You add a tape measure to that and the box gets wide fast. This feels like an improvement that Milwaukee made based on actual user feedback. All right, so early verdict on the belt clip tool rack. If you actually work out of your PACKOUT setup, this one is an absolute smart buy. This is one of the most practical attachments in the lineup because it solves a tool placement problem without making your stack ridiculously wide. Now let's move on to the ranking speed round. We got 3 categories: smart buy, situational purchase, and a straight up skip. First up is the long tool holder. If you carry levels, pry bars, or longer tools, it works amazing. It's also great at holding this accessory bit case from Klein. I'm giving it a situational purchase. The M18 Battery Rack. For smaller batteries, it makes sense, but slap a 12 amp hour on there and she's wide as a house. Situational purchase all day. The M12 Battery Rack. It's great for a 12 volt heavy setup, but most people probably won't need it before the M18 rack. Situational. Next up, the tray attachment. It gives you a fast dump spot for the stuff you're actually using, instead of balancing everything on top. And if you want to get all fancy like, buy the twist to lock mount, screw it into the caddy, and have a delicious beverage ready to go. It's just a damn smart buy. Next up, we got the 3 hook attachments. Good for cords, bags, and random hanging items, but rope or extension cords can bind up on the wheels, and nobody wants that. It's gonna be a hard skip for me. The attachment mount itself. Every set does come with one, but be smart and buy an extra one because you know you're gonna lose it. That's a straight up smart buy. Next up, we got the caddy attachment. Hand tools, markers, pliers, screwdrivers. This is one of the easiest ways to make the cart more useful. It's a smart buy all day. And rounding out our test, we have the compact plate. This basically turns the side of your rolling box into a mini PACKOUT wall. It's a very smart buy. And now for that juicy little rolling drawer tip that I teased at the beginning. And honestly, this was a huge surprise for me when I traded out my rolling toolbox for the rolling drawer system. Because Milwaukee actually integrated these cutouts into both sides of the rolling drawer, which means that these toolbox attachments can be mounted to the outside or the inside of the rolling drawer. So my advice is simple. Don't buy the new attachments just because they're new. Buy the one that actually fixes the thing you're tired of digging for. So drop a comment and tell me which one you would actually use. The tube in, the magnetic drawer, the accessory case, or the belt clip rack. And if you want a full review and specs on all of the original Milwaukee PACKOUT rolling toolbox attachments, check this video out right here. So that's all I have for you guys today. As always, thanks so much for watching. God bless.